Hi guys, in this episode of Ray Decay, I'm gonna be reacting to the recent solo debut of another G-I-DLE member, that being MIYEON with her song Drive. And yeah, I am pretty excited to see what her solo music is gonna sound like, because even though she is my least favorite member of G-I-DLE, I still think she's pretty good, and I like her voice. It's just that she is just the least interesting member of G-I-DLE for me. But I've liked every single solo release by the other G-I-DLE members, which so far are only Soyeon and Yuki, but especially Yuki, to be honest, she's my bias, so of course I'm gonna like her solos. But still, I'm really hoping that I'm gonna like it. It seems like it's gotten pretty popular, at least among the Korean people seems to have liked it a lot, so I'm curious to see how I'm gonna feel about it, whether I'm gonna like it, whether I'm not gonna like it. There's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's get into Drive in 3, 2, 1. And that dress is really pretty. She definitely looks like a princess. I can definitely see why the Korean public seems to have liked it. It's definitely good, although I definitely feel like it's not quite as distinct with the sound as Yuki or Soyeon's solos. I mean, it's distinct from them, but it's not really distinct from K-pop in general. At least sound-wise, because her singing is really good, and I really like it, honestly. Plus the outfits are sick, man. Such beautiful outfits. Man, there's some shots where she looks so different, like here. I can barely recognize her at times. I think people who are MIYEON biased are really gonna like this one. Because for me, she's not my bias, so I'm not really that interested in her solo, and the fact that it's kind of like more generic compared to Yuki and Soyeon's definitely pushes me away a little bit. But I see glimpses of what I liked about Yuki's solo, so I can definitely understand and see how people who bias MIYEON are gonna love this. Hell, even I'm liking this. It's just that it's not really a song that I'm gonna listen to again, but it's definitely good. I really like hearing her sing much more though, because like I don't really think she gets to sing that much in G-I-DLE tracks, or at least definitely not like this. This feels like a more much more fuller experience where you get to hear more of her range and not just one type of singing, you know. So I definitely this solo definitely makes me enjoy her singing much more than before. That's for sure. But yeah, ultimately, I just don't really find it too interesting. It's entertaining, and it's really good, in my opinion. Quality-wise, it is really good. It's just that it doesn't really do... The song doesn't really do anything that unique. Like, Soyeon's music is very interesting because every time she comes up with a song, it's completely different, and it can be either singing based or rapping based because she can do both. In Yuki's case, it's kind of the same, although she obviously leans much more towards singing. But her solo songs, which were Bonnie and Clyde, which goddamn it's such a good song, is unlike anything I've heard in K-pop. And it's also, if I remember correctly, it was also in goddamn English, so that was really cool. And then Giant was a really nice power ballad, and I really enjoyed that one as well because it was also in English. In the case of MIYEON, it kind of comes off to me as like your typical K-pop solo song, kind of. Like, it does come off a little generic to me. I don't mean it necessarily in a bad way, and like, oh, it doesn't have its own identity or its own style. I'm trying to say that it's kind of following the typical solo formula, if that makes any sense. But I still think it's good. I still think it stands out. It's just that it's more generic compared to the other G-Idol solos. But it is good. The quality is still very high. And the song itself, like I said, is still pretty catchy and pretty enjoyable even for me. It's just that I don't find it as interesting as the other solos. So there's that. But yeah, we're still obviously going to listen to it a second time before I say my final thoughts about it. So without further ado, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. She's so beautiful, man. I get such a gender envy from her, man. And I gotta say, it's kind of crazy how much Cube is capitalizing on G-Idol. They're kind of like B2B in that regard. Like, only B2B and G-Idol are, I think, the only two Cube groups who have gotten like solos for the artists of said groups. I don't know about Beast. I assume probably Beast got some solos as well. But like, CLC didn't get even half the attention that G-Idol did. But it is really cool to see them already get solos like this, you know? And her voice is so calming and so nice. It's so dreamy. I love it. I just realized at the end of this song who MIYEON's voice reminds me of. At least when it's not really like uh, overproduced and with lots of voice effects like autotune and stuff. She does kind of sound a little reminiscent of Yuju from Gfriend, now that I think about it. And I guess now that I realize that, I am kind of having some of the same feelings that I had for Yuju's solo, which was not bad by any means, but it didn't really feel necessarily like it was entertaining enough as a solo. Though I feel like this one is a little bit more entertaining in that regard, so there's that at least. And yeah, the second listen definitely improved it a little bit for me, definitely made it feel more unique, even compared to your average K-pop solo song. So there's that at least. I definitely actually enjoyed it in that regard on the second listen. But still, it is my least favorite out of the solos so far, and I don't really think I'm gonna listen to it again. I'm gonna try, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really have much of a replay value for me. It's not bad. I can definitely see people listening to it again and again, and maybe I even listening to it occasionally, but for the most part I probably won't. It's just not really the kind of song, you know? But I do appreciate the vibe that it has, and I really enjoyed listening to it for the reaction, for sure. And in terms of a rating, I'm honestly going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's really good. Quality-wise, it's really good. If you're exactly into this kind of stuff, it's really good. It's just that it's not my preferred thing, but to be honest, I never expected that this was going to be anything other than what it is right now. So, there's that. But yeah, what did you guys think about this song? Comment your thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently one patron on Patreon, Deadpool. Thank you for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, you have continued to support me for such a long time. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do. That being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman. I'm not quite sure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people, but that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really accept the fact that I'm trans if they found out, there is not really a feasible or easy way for me to transition here with minimal repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything, so if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's fine, don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me out get out of this situation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thank you for hearing me out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you haven't enjoyed my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account where I can pledge the support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!